Second and final edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV this Tuesday, the 25th day of November 2025. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcasting House here on Nile Avenue. Now, the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni unpacked his manifesto to the people of Ruchiga district. Museveni highlighted the 7 continuations of his previous administration, like peace, development, wealth creation programs, and job creation through industries as a reason as to why Ruchiga should vote him again. We have more in this story.
The NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni started campaigns in Ruchiga district before proceeding to Kabale district of Kigezi sub-region. The community, supporters and senior party leaders were at Ramuchuchu playground. President Museveni highlighted 7 contributions of NRM government to the people of Uganda, for which Ruchiga district has been transformed.
Ate muganda ejo mushanju, umuganda gwo kubanza n'obusinge obana bagamba. Nyuma tube turi Kisoro, abakisoro nibamanya enso kutagira businge abokuba bari na Kongo. Ensi yatabuka tene kiri kukorwa. Kongati Uganda eno businge abo NRM umurimo gwe yakozere kandi umuntu muhagira.
Other contributions are development of roads, schools and health facilities, for which the president pledged to establish a district hospital.
Mbenti kabanza tuyakora si ngute yakora si yakabare kabero konga yakuziri twajigarukamo hatujigarukiremo imirundi 2 ugiye Kampala kugisha kabare kugisha ahansharo Katuna.
Museveni has also established close to 1,000 factories to create jobs and encourage the people to start commercial agriculture for more jobs.
Konge chikuru abukushikera ebitoki abantu banje Bushenyi nibatema tani zebitoke 53.
Senior district leaders commended President Museveni's contributions to Ruchiga district and appealed for tarmacking of roads connecting to Rwanda for business.
Because the plan for tarmacking this road have been along the way. They have been in the pipeline for a very, very long time, and we think at this point, in the next 5 years, if we have a tarmac road, that will be very fine. It is also very important to note that this district borders Rwanda from the Kamwezi end. Therefore, tarmacking that road to the Kamwezi border will help improve the bilateral trade between Uganda and Rwanda.
We have Weather Center City, we have all the vocational training, we have gained a lot, including PDF money.
The structures, especially primary schools, are very dilapidated, and I think it is a countrywide problem. So we hope he will address some of these issues.
Former Prime Minister Ruhakana Rugunda said President Museveni has improved Uganda's health indicators in life expectancy and reduction in infant mortality.
Yayeyongera tukakwata government abanya-Uganda life expectancy eri emyaka 43. Ahunda gambira life expectancy y'abantu ba Uganda n'emyaka 68. ekyo nekyokuteera omu ngalo ekyo kibasikire abwaka president akaleetaho programs eza immunization.
The president will campaign in Kanungu and Rukungiri districts on Wednesday, November 26th. Philip Aguta for UBC News in Uchiga.
The Uganda People's Defense Forces, UPDF, has intercepted Congolese militias known as the Bangiti on Lake Albert, neutralizing 3 intruders and arresting 2 in Ketebere and Nguse in Kagadi districts. A total of 5 guns, 1 grenade, 130 rounds of ammunition and 6 mobile phones were recovered. According to residents, these intruders have long been causing insecurity and disrupting daily activities in the area.
We had an incident on the lake. These incidents happen, but particularly this one involved the Bangiti. They invaded the lakeside on the side of Kagadi, and then our force intercepted and put out of action 3 of them. 3 were killed, 2 arrested, and 1 of them drowned. The bodies were recovered and brought to Mawats, and then we recovered guns.
Obusingo obundi obutwine itu abandi abakara basajja baitu abangiti bakaba beisire baitu omunyorosa bani obuyarwaine sazina basajja baitu mbagenda munyanja ngeri bagenzere nuko ne barugayo.
Wanatoa samaki, wanatoa simu, wanatoa kila kitu, and sometimes nakuwa wanaua. Hiyo kitu ilifanyikiwa muda mrefu sana na tulikuwa tunalia, hata kulia yetu ilikuwa muda mrefu sana. Lakini tunashukuru ama tunapiga asante kwa mkubwa ama sector commander Afande Shabani na jeshi lake kuungana pamoja kwenda kufanya nini, kupiga wale wangiti, kwani walikuwa wanatusumbua sana.
Mayaganya kuli hanu emundu zabo zintu kusobora bali abangiti abukwe mundu bakozeseze biketere mundu yo kuzanazanisa zinwe mundu bano bayine tezikutera bali batwongera emundu ezinya kuhikire nabasikala abandije bobongereho ubwingi bwabo nuko abantu bagume obarayunga kuija baba atakinga kubalikwe batakinga adui.
Our call to the community is that they should help us disseminate information and even pass intelligence information about movements of some of these groups. We have our porous borders. The lake puts our situation in a situation that makes the border porous. So we have to get intelligence in time and act in time. We thank the community. This time around they gave us leading information that led us to take this action, and we hope to continue doing so to protect our waters and protect our borders.
Abana beitu batanduka kusoma n'abakazi beitu batanduka kugaruka mu maka nembera tuyikaraho na machachi getu gona gatanduka kutunga obusinge n'abantu bagaruka machachi. President ninkusaba yongera omusejo one ranka habwokuba iki nicho kisimoki.
Selasi ko ngapi? Besa kwa selasi hizi.
Savana sasa iko 5.
Iko
84 suspects linked to the November 1st, 2024 attacks in the Rwenzori region have appeared before the Kasese Chief Magistrates Court for the first reading of a series of charges, including treason and terrorism. The suspects were remanded to Mubuku Government Prison and will reappear on the 23rd of December this year.
Prosecution says the charges stem from a series of violent incidents in which pang-wielding assailants launched simultaneous raids on security installations across Kasese, Fort Poto, Bundiwijo, Kabarole, and Bunyangabu.
Treason, contrary section 223, section 1, paragraph A, C, and D.
The court was under tight security with a heavy deployment of Uganda Police and Uganda Prison Services. The Chief Magistrate clarified that the cases could not proceed as the court had no jurisdiction to try capital offences. The case was adjourned to December 23, 2025. The 84 suspects were lined up in pairs handcuffed and escorted to waiting prison buses.
And in the circumstances, I have mentioned A60, that is Mohindo Zedekia Timothy, and A66, Muyonjo Eustace. I will be appearing for them in court.
The Minister for Security, General Jim Muhwezi, has joined hands with Lieutenant General Henry Tumukunde to mobilize NRM support ahead of President Yoweri Museveni's campaign in Rukungiri district tomorrow. The two senior army officers have teamed up with the Unstoppable UG Caravan to comb various constituencies in Rukungiri district, canvassing support for the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Museveni.
The quest for NRM unity in Rukungiri district has brought together General Jim Muhwezi and Lieutenant General Henry Tumukunde to rally support for President Museveni's re-election bid in the 2026 general elections.
We waved at each other. Everything came to a standstill.
They have joined the Unstoppable UG Caravan for community engagement.
We are happy to be supported by groups like Unstoppable. Very, very happy. They came and gave us morale. We have moved around the constituencies. We expect a big turn-up.
President Yoweri Museveni is expected to campaign in Rukungiri and Kanungu districts tomorrow. The Unstoppable UG Caravan has joined NRM structures to prepare for the candidate's visit.
And we have been doing it all over the country. Unstoppable Uganda, as you may credit other institutions in Uganda and other organizations that have been mobilizing, when you see what we did in Busia, what we did in Katuna, what we did in Mbare, Karachi, Soroti, that is the power and vigor of Unstoppable Uganda.
The electorate in Kawempe North from the 9 villages of Bwaise has praised the door-to-door campaign strategy by aspiring MP Hajat Farida Nambi to directly talk to them. Residents say they have challenges of garbage accumulation, poor road conditions and inadequate drainage systems, which they want Nambi to prioritize when elected to Parliament.
The Kawempe North parliamentary race has attracted several contestants, including Hajat Farida Nambi, NRM, Elias Luimbas Nalkola, NUP, and Henry Musitwa, PPP. The constituency is made up of 9 parishes: Kawempe 1, Kawempe 2, Bwaise, Kazangola, Kanyanya, Chikaya, Komamboga, Mperere, and Chebando. NRM's Farida Nambi started a door-to-door mobilization in Bwaise 1, engaging with residents. She traversed the zones of Chindi, Sempa and Kulumba, where residents decried garbage and failing drainage systems.
PDM is not well prepared in Kawempe, and the construction is not poor, it's mostly poor. The problem is insecurity in Kawempe.
To have by my people the insecurities around the village and the poor transport, bad roads, which she has promised that she will be actually dealing with it.
Residents applauded Nambi for using this direct engagement approach.
Naye nganze ndi musanyufu okusinziira lwe tunoonyeza akalulu kano door-to-door omwaka guno tekibangawo. Kasokedde emyaka gye mmaze nga nnonda NRM tekibangawo kunoonya akalulu bwe kati nga kalimu vibe.
The door-to-door campaign is not so bad. It helps the candidate to reach the people, the poor people, to get in touch with them so that they get information from the people in the community.
Nambi acknowledged the issues affecting her constituents and pledged to address them.
Services, and I'm going to lobby for them on their behalf. Even issues that I would want to my voice on, that I will influence, because I can attend actually any committee in Parliament. I'll be able to lobby for many through those committees and through my voice.
As the day-to-day drive continued, Nambi's posters, along with those of NRM presidential candidates, were pinned on houses and distributed to residents.
Members of late Ibrahim Abiriga Foundation have started mobilization for President Museveni. They started their campaigns in Arua City, where they engaged the NRM flag bearers and the independent but NRM-leaning parliamentary candidates.
Late Ibrahim Abiriga, who represented the then Arua municipality in the 10th Parliament of Uganda, has continued to be remembered in West Nile for his contribution in turning Arua into NRM stronghold.
So when Abiriga was posted as NRDC, he came with the idea of mobilization. But before him, NRM did not have victory. It was all opposition from 1996 up to 2006. Now, when Abiriga came, he collected us. We started preaching the gospel of NRM. From that time up to now, NRM is the top.
Members of Abiriga Foundation are campaigning for the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. They are mobilizing for the president and strategizing for the NRM win in Arua.
When the president was coming, they gave these authorities to our NRM leaders. But unfortunately, these people did not involve us. We have formed this association in order to the followers to follow exactly what Abiriga did. And we are ready to mobilize for NRM. 15th of January, Your Excellency is going to get from 80 to 100%.
Ronald Debo, the parliamentary candidate on independent ticket, joined the members of the foundation as flag bearers shunned the meeting without apology. Debo, who is also campaigning for President Museveni, pledged support to the foundation.
You know, when President Museveni came, the real original mobilizers on ground were neglected until some of us had to participate now. We threw our weight in and the people came. This Abiriga Foundation has been the leader for a long period of time. With the intervention of Abiriga Foundation and the other pressure groups, Yellow Brigade and so on, NRM eventually took over the city. But you saw the spontaneous eruption of people with the red. That was the message. It really exposed the weakness of mobilization in NRM.
Joseph Fodama, UBC News.
From Arua, let's go to Karamoja sub-region, where reformed warriors from the 9 districts of Karamoja have commended President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for granting warriors amnesty. The reformed Karachunas said this during a campfire organized in Kotido municipality to discuss restoration of total peace in Karamoja sub-region.
Reformed warriors from Karamoja's 9 districts gathered in Kotido municipality for a campfire night to discuss achievements since meeting President Yoweri Museveni in 2023. In 2023, 20 reformed warriors met President Museveni to discuss insecurity, which was costing lives and leaving livestock unrecovered. President Museveni granted amnesty to armed warriors who voluntarily surrendered their guns. The initiative has yielded results. Notorious warriors have surrendered, and cattle raids and road ambushes have reduced. Karamoja, neighboring Acholi, Teso and Sebei regions have relative peace. Songs of peace filled the night as reformed warriors shared challenges faced in the wilderness and life after surrender.
They've been achieved in the region, and also to see where the gaps are for us to be in position to plan ahead of us to address some of these gaps and challenges that we are facing as a region.
Then, the one which are in the one who are in the saving group, they are 120. So these 200, they are not in the. They have not yet. We have not yet buy for them the saving box. But these, the rest ones, they have the saving box, and that's why I've told you, they have like 70 million they are saving up.
24-year-old Moses Abongu Tom of Abiliyep Amudat district, a father of 5 children, says he now runs his own business.
That I got from there, since they told us, nobody will come and do development for you. It is only you individual. If you have one cow, if you have your 1 million, run your business personally. So the other money that we got from there, like me, I bought 5 cows. The rest of the money I put in my business. So right now I'm running like 10 million in my business. So that's my personal improvement.
Others have ventured into livestock, trade, apiary, and cereal banking. Team leader Karolaib Angoleri outlined plans to empower reformed Karakunas, although limited transport remains a challenge for outreach.
Of the Karatuna leadership of 200 per sub-county, and they all subscribed to the associations we generated for them. We developed for them 3 associations per sub-county. So in total, we are actually in charge and taking care of 19,800 Karatuna across the region.
In Karamoja relies on joint security forces, women peace forums, peace ambassadors, psychosocial support, and sustained empowerment of reformed warriors.
To Tororo now, where the race for the Tororo Municipality Member of Parliament has gained momentum after supporters turned up for the manifesto launch of the Tororo Municipality aspirant Shyam Tanda. Shyam arrived at the Lions Park in the company of former Member of Parliament of the same municipality, Honorable Sanjay Tana.
It was display of might at the Lions Club Park in Tororo. Many turned up for the Tororo Municipality Independent candidate, Shyam Tana. Shyam arrived at the Lions Club grounds together with his father, former Tororo Municipality MP, Sanjay Tana. Former Tororo Municipality MP Sanjay Tana promised the voters better services.
The youth want opportunities. The youth want access to funds. And because of corruption, the youth are failing to access programs of central government. And therefore, we have decided, mimi mwenyewe nasema mimi nimezeeka. Tuko pamoja? Na nimeamua nilete kijana mwenzi yenu. Tuko pamoja? Sisi tunawaomba kitu moja. Kwa president patia sisi kura. Kwa municipality mupatie Shyam kura.
Shyam pledged to improve the lives of the people of Tororo Municipality.
What am I going to do? All of you, we are going to register you. We are going to have a job desk in my office there. For free. Every time Simba Cement is looking for workers, they come to us. We give them you people. Someone wants a job, we come to you, we get your CVs and we take. Second thing, why don't we have jobs? Why do people from other places take our jobs? We don't have the skills. We are going to lobby for you to get skills. We are going to bring people here. They teach you how to sew. They teach you how to repair. They teach you how to fix mobile phones. We will train you people so you can make a living. We don't want political handouts anymore.
Shyam, who is running as an independent, seeks to unseat NRM flag bearer and incumbent Apollo Yeri.
We'll now take a short break, but we'll be returning with much more. To stay with us.
Ugandans, the unstoppable internet deal of deals is here with MTN Wakanet Fiber. Connect your home with our starter pack of 100 Mbps at only 99k. And if you want more speed for less, we've got you. Get the 200 Mbps at only 129k. And the fastest one yet? Enjoy up to 500 Mbps at only 250k. To sign up, use the My MTN app or dial *100 *23#. Offer is valid till the 30th of November for both new and existing subscribers. Together, our connection is unstoppable.
Kabogozi, where are you coming from?
From NSSF.
NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namavundi to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you. You can register for NSSF. How contributing your Simate life? Now deep down in the Marara. Make NSSF payments. No wahala okube karangala. NSSF sure is not far. But tomorrow kuhika gochido. Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF services right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments and contributions to your Smart Life account to Obeda. NSSF, a better life.
The academic registrar, Busitema University, informs the general public and all students who qualified for conferment of degrees and award of diplomas and certificates of Busitema University that the university will hold its 16th graduation. The ceremony will take place on Friday, 28th November 2025, starting at 8 a.m. at the Gymnasium Busitema campus in Busia district. The provisional graduation list is available on the university website www.busitema.ac.ug. All graduates are invited to attend with 2 parents or guardians, and graduates shall be expected to have taken their seats by 8 a.m. The graduation ceremony will be broadcast live on UBC TV at 10 a.m.
New Life Prayer Center and Church in Mombasa, Kenya welcomes you to the end of the year conference by seeking the face of God for 12 days. Come and receive your miracles, healings, and signs. You will meet the servant of God, Pastor Ezekiel, face to face to give you the word of prophecy for your life towards 2026. How have you prepared yourself spiritually for the year 2026? Then come and meet the great grace of God that will give you new steps and hopes. Are you tortured by witchcraft, spirits, dark altars? Come and Jesus will set you free. From the 3rd to the 14th of December, time is from 8 a.m. in the morning. Come travel with us to Mombasa at affordable rates from Uganda. Call +256 701 277 547 or +256 776 270010. You are all welcome. Keep watching World Evangelism TV.
Welcome back from that break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. The government of Uganda has restated its commitment to improve salaries for public servants. The assurance was delivered by the Permanent Secretary in the Office of the President, Haji Yunus Gakande, during the second forum of the Policy Analyst Cadre in Mbale.
Salary enhancement of public servants dominated the 5-day forum, with participants noting that improved welfare is key to better performance.
Our kind of work involves a lot of analysis, and definitely we feel like we deserve to be earning as scientists.
In the next coming year, that teachers are going to be paid also a good salary. Likewise, you also as civil servant, money has been put aside next financial year to make some little enhancement to your salaries.
In his keynote address, Haj Kakande urged policy analysts to strengthen research capacity and support evidence-based decision-making in their ministries.
Government expects a lot from you people. And for that matter, you must read. You must read. You must keep yourself with modern literature which is coming on board as far as policy. People have written on policies so heavily, so widely.
He encouraged analysts to maintain professionalism to reflect the dignity of their offices.
The whole principal policy analyst just putting on a shirt. That's a shirt. Now, where will someone differentiate you between you and someone who is selling tomatoes in a market? Ladies also, ladies, you have to put on decently.
Dr. Emmanuel Freddy Moganga said public servants must treat citizens with respect, where quality service delivery matters.
As far as every public servant is concerned, they have to put the citizen first, because the reason they are there is to serve the what? The citizen, to serve the public. We are not in those offices, I say, because we are the best, but by God's grace, we are the ones in those offices at that time.
Ronald Regan Namanya from the Ministry of Works and Transport expressed optimism that working conditions will improve following the Permanent Secretary's assurances.
As policy analysts, definitely the kind of work we do, we yearn for an enhancement in our salaries. But of course, as guided by the Secretary, Office of the President, this is something we should expect to come in a phased manner.
The forum targets addressing challenges affecting public service performance.
Residents of Nyakatoche and Ruomujina in Chiruhura districts are living in fear after receiving warnings to vacate their land. They accuse Tumusime Stephen and a woman called Sanyu of threatening eviction before government compensation is delivered. Take a watch.
Residents of Nyakatoche and Ruomujina in Chinoni sub-county raised concerns during a meeting with the State Minister for Lands, Dr. Sam Mayanja, attended by Presidential Assistant on Corruption Rebecca Twine, the RDC, District Land Officers, and Nyaushozi County MP Wilson Kajwenje.
Yabuzomuka ikurogo atuno yende kibanza cyawe nari bakukirize sente umuke kuri yabagira ngo nayende kibanza cye bare cya tumusime ekyasani tubakibara. Now, when valuation so
while you are here, and what is also true, Honorable Minister, is that the bigger part of it, Musime owns, accepts to be compensated. And the process had started, it's stored somewhere.
There is no reason why the District Land Board should delay processing the people's title, because somebody has lodged the case in court.
The dispute arises from claims by Tumusime Stephen and Sanyu, who insist the land belongs to them and have reportedly warned Bibanja holders to vacate. MP Wilson Kajwenje says, although the two legally own the land, government must stop forceful eviction. Tumusime Stephen says the government surveyed the land and promised compensation but did not, leaving him demanding access to his land. The minister advised both parties against evicting Bibanja holders.
The other part, where the owner also gave her testimony in a language you understand most, it's now up to you to make the last decision.
It was cancelled. There's no title now in place for this land board not to give these people title. So I've directed him.
Residents were excited after learning they would also receive land titles. Over 1,800 people have been affected by land allocations made illegally by the District Land Board. Residents say the threatened land is their ancestral home. The minister declared the sales illegal and directed the land board to start issuing land titles to all residents.
Yes.
A high-level delegation from the United States of America, led by retired Air Force General Dan York and wife Stacy White York, has visited the Sese Islands African AIDS Project to check on the operational excellence of the project. The couple is a long-time supporter and founder of SIAP's community health programs.
Retired General York and wife engaged with staff and reaffirmed commitment to operational excellence and Christian values in service delivery. York encouraged well-wishers in Uganda and the diaspora to support Sese Highlands African AIDS Project's ongoing work under Lieutenant Colonel Frank Musisi.
So I was very impressed with Frank's zeal to make a difference on his island, and when I heard about that zeal, of course that captured me and made me want to be part of it and to be part of the solution.
The delegation also urged the local community to avoid the intentional spread of HIV.
Be aware, ask our Father to help you be aware to those spiritual needs that your patients have, because that's what's really going to matter for their eternities.
So far, there is need to upgrade the health facility to Health Center 3 and ensure the health services tally with the community needs.
Government tugisaba nabona abali eyo si government yokka wano twandifunya ambulance eri ato.
The emphasis is on behavior change and adherence to medication for community safety.
If the person who is actually playing, then you can, one of the options you give to that client is to go and do a prayer. You can actually also provide a prayer, you can pray, because usually it helps them to grow.
The visit reinforces Sese Highlands African AIDS projects, international partnerships, and the need for improved healthcare infrastructure.
Over 20 participants have trained in arbitration and mediation under the Alternative Justice System program by the Association of Mediators of Southern Uganda, AMSU. The graduates received certificates marking a step in strengthening community-based conflict resolution.
The training equips participants with practical skills to resolve disputes, reduce case backlogs in courts, and promote harmony at community and institutional levels. The certified mediators had intensive sessions covering negotiation techniques, communication, ethics, and legal frameworks guiding alternative dispute resolution in Uganda.
These disputes could easily be resolved by way of alternative dispute resolution mechanism like mediation. So the problem which we are having at the moment sometimes is because we have mediators who are not trained. They are trained, but they are not trained on an international standard, whereby sometimes the mediation, the way they practice it, it is not in a correct way. But we are trying to deliver this training with moves and to apply the international standard such that the mediators who come out of this training can be able to handle any case.
AMSU leaders say the graduates were committed and encouraged them to apply their skills to support justice delivery.
We see land disputes. These land disputes can easily be resolved through mediation. But the problem is some people just run away thinking that they can only resolve these disputes through going to court, which is not the solution. So AMSU, or Arbitration and Mediation Society of Uganda, in conjunction with Makerere University Business School, we are working together to deliver this training. And today I am happy to announce that we had 24 mediators who have passed.
They noted that mediation remains an affordable and efficient tool for resolving conflicts.
Myself as another DC, now as a commissioner, 80% of my work and the people I supervise, they relate to conflicts, and we have been getting a lot of challenges in security resulting out of unresolved conflicts which are dragging in courts for many years, 20 years in court, 10 years in court, and people end up killing each other because courts are congested with a lot of cases.
The graduates pledged to champion dialogue and peaceful settlement of disputes in their respective communities.
To emphasize to clients that whatever we are discussing in the mediation is typically confidential and nothing shall step out of the room. And this is one thing that clients out there need to know.
It has opened up our mind on the issue of mediation and arbitration.
Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Makerere University has unveiled a network of community-based living labs to help households and smallholder farmers cut greenhouse gas. Now, the initiative, known as the Torch Project, is funded by the Austrian government and brings together universities from Uganda and South Sudan.
Makerere University researchers are taking climate action straight into the compounds and kitchens of rural farmers. It's all under the Torch Project towards a clean energy and zero-emission society in East Africa, a 2-year program supported by development partners through the Australian Partnership Program in Higher Education and Research for Development. The initiative aims to nurture climate-smart, green-thinking communities by building strong bridges between universities and households.
Limited knowledge on what is really causing climate change in Uganda, but also we realize that within the universities we have not been doing a lot of work to promote green growth in our teaching, in reaching out the communities, in our research. So the project is coming in to kickstart these thoughts within the university, within the community, to help the community understand that actually you can minimize greenhouse gas emissions at homestead level. You can minimize greenhouse gas emissions in our farms, in our homes, in our livestock management or livestock systems we are having. And in the entire homestead, actually, you can minimize emissions.
Makerere is implementing the project alongside Busitema, Kabale, Ndejje University and the University of Juba in South Sudan, creating academic and grassroots platforms to champion low-carbon development across the region. At the heart of Torch are living labs, real homesteads turned into open-air classrooms where researchers, students and farmers experiment with climate-smart solutions. One such lab is already active here at the home of Mr. and Mrs. Kayanja, where teams are closely studying farming practices, water use, energy choices and wastage management to map out practical ways of reducing emissions.
But also as a living lab, we have learned today that indeed we need to improve this biogas so that we have more biogas generation from this kind of system, more biogas generated, but also help the farmer to learn how the whole system can help him get what we call carbon credits. Carbon credits are those credits that you get after showing and demonstrating that actually you have reduced these emissions, cut down the emissions. That can help you to actually get some little money to compensate for that work you are doing to cut down the emissions.
Ryan Tumwenebiarohanga, UBC News.
nateranga nyingiro n'abanafa ba MTN wanje MTN walalo MTN gamba ki to get the power to win njagala ofune lyanyi okuwangula ogenda kuwangula ota ngenda kubanga obukadde 10 buli wiki wanje ngenda kubanga kwasa obukadde 10 buli wiki ku simu ye nyinyi kyabonka kimuchoka line ya MTN banabeka buli ogenda okusasula ekintu kyonna ogenda okusasula njakozesa momo obulya buli ogenda okusasula ngenda kyosasula kyonna kozesa momo oyinza okubanga ngenda kwewola kasente kozesa momo wanje ogenda kuinvestinga kozesa momo abwe MTN bwe jamani nekwa obukadde 10 buli wiki wala kastejo bimala bwe pala wentandika ngamba kyekiriwo wanje nenkwata ku masimu ngamba halo walirudawa tenze tirinyi halo walirudawa zende guru halo walirudawa ndi mutukula halo oliwa ndi monnange ndi wano mu office ntudde nyiga ma computer nenkuta awa namwe kasana benesi okuberanga mwana wote koze ebintu n'amanga epeyinze ebolowinze investinze ngekozesa momo. Remember to dial *165# or use the momo app to borrow, to pay, to invest, and you could stand a chance to win 10 million weekly.
This is our home, our land, and our Uganda. From the rolling hills to the busy streets, from the farmers in the fields to the students in classrooms, we are one people. Elections are a time to choose our leaders, not to fight our brothers and sisters. When violence enters the ballot box, the future of our country is wounded. But when peace leads the way, our nation grows stronger. On election day, choose unity over diversion, respect over hatred, and dialogue over distraction. Love your country, protect your fellow citizens, stand for peace, and say no to electoral violence. This message is brought to you by the Global Election Observation Mission, GEOM, in partnership with the Uganda Electoral Commission. Informed citizens, strong nation.
Welcome back from that break. It's time for us now to have a look at the latest in business. Korean investors who have operated in Uganda for the last 15 years have appealed to government on tax holidays and exemptions to support the smooth running of their community-based projects. This was during an engagement with stakeholders at the State House Investors Protection Unit in Kampala.
In Korea, in your power is going to be.
Sehun Foundation Uganda and Novera Investments Uganda, both Korean-owned companies, have been conducting agribusiness, agricultural development, and educational services in Nakasongola, Gulu, Luwero, and other districts.
Is started in Uganda to export coffee and futuristically cacao and cocoa here and vanilla, so that we can bring more funds and fortunes from the exportation of coffees over here. We are actually in the process of persuading a lot of Korean businessmen to bring their company to the Uganda so that they can export to the African community or Europe or even Asia.
The investors claim about facing delays in acquiring licenses and high tax burdens that hinder their effective operation.
We came to the SIPU in order to seek the assistance because we had a little hindrance and dispute with the MAIF. Is there any way we can ask tax exemption for donated item so that we can use, for instance, there was computer was the main issue, so which we are planning to use for the computer education in Uganda.
Tax exemption ensures that donor support is maximized for community impact rather than administrative costs.
These concerns